Yo, what's up, guys? It's Chase here, back yet again with the corner store. Here with Negus. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing pretty good. We just ranked all the Splatoon trailers.
Splatoon 3.
Yeah, or
Splatoon 3.
Splatoon 3 trailers on your channel. So everyone watching, be sure to check that out. I'll link it as usual. But so for today, I wanted to have a pretty casual chat with you about Splatoon 3's story mode. You know, so you and I, we talked about the story mode before. This isn't something new, but we haven't really necessarily talked about our hopes for it. Like we kind of just talk about what it looks like and what we think about what they've shown, but we haven't really talked about our hopes yet. Like sure, we maybe said a little thing here and there, but that's what this video is going to be about. Like it's dedicated to our hopes for the story mode. But like, so you think the story mode looks pretty good from what we've seen, right?
Yeah, no, I think it, like we were just talking about it. I think that this game might have a little bit more of a focus on it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They really put a lot of emphasis on, like, in the trailers, like the Return of the Mammalians trailer. Like not the whole trailer, but most of it is dedicated to the story mode. So
yeah,
it just makes me think that, and just from what they've shown, just like the scenes and stuff, it looks like they definitely put a lot more effort into like the visuals and stuff for the story mode. So that's a good sign for me. But like,
right.
What do you think of that though? Do you want them to do that? Like, do you want there to be more emphasis on the story mode compared to the previous games, or did you prefer the more emphasis on multiplayer story mode, kind of just an afterthought thing?
So, do you want the content answer, or do you want the real answer?
The real answer.
So I don't actually care. Like, so to be honest with you, like I think it's like a great addition, like, you know, a great side, like, you know how like sides make like a great meal. Like, I feel like it's like one of those situations where I could be extremely happy with the fact, like, it's like Octo expansion came out, that added to it, but like I didn't sit down and think like Splatoon 2 was any worse because of the story, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. So
like, if they did focus more on it, it'd be kind of cool, because I already know that they have the multiplayer like experience down. Besides online, actually,
they kind of nailed that already.
They've nailed that already. So I'm not gonna like. I'm not really. I don't really care, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here, let me start listing off some of my hopes. All right. Okay. Here's my number one hope. I want it to be difficult. I'm tired of this hand holding. Maybe like the first world could be easy, but after that though, it needs to get difficult. Like Octo expansion. Octo expansion is difficult. There are levels where I have to replay it many times in order to actually beat it, and that's what I love. I love difficult stuff. What do you think of the difficulty? Like, would you want it to stay easy, or?
So you're expecting Nintendo to like come out the gates like trying to slap little kids and their enjoyment?
Yes. Have you played Super Mario Galaxy or Mario Galaxy 2? Like, those games are decently hard.
Super Mario Galaxy is not hard.
It's okay. It's way harder than like Super Mario Odyssey.
Okay, we're not getting into this.
And then I know you don't play it, but Breath of the Wild is a very difficult game. So,
but sure, if you want to call that difficult, sure.
Oh,
whatever.
You can't speak because you haven't played it. Anyways,
I have played it, and I put it down after 3 times of trying to play that. That game.
Well, you got to play through the whole thing.
Good. It wasn't difficulty. It was boring.
All right, you take that back.
So I would love it, to be honest with you. Yes, I would actually love it. I think that, like, you know, the first one, I put it down because of how easy it was, and it was just like, as we've said it before, the hardest part is finding the actual worlds in the hub world. But yeah, I would love if it started off the bat and it's exactly like Octo expansion. I don't think they can go any lower than Octo expansion ever again.
Yeah, and what you just said, the thing where it's hard to find levels in the hub world, I don't like that. I don't think that should not be. There should not be a challenge to find the next level. That's kind of stupid in my opinion. The challenges should be in the actual levels.
Yes, the challenge should be in the actual level. Yes, yeah. I agree with
like
you.
I remember when I played it, I would literally just stop playing because I get annoyed. I'm like, I don't want to find the next level. It's like, this is annoying. I'm gonna go back to playing ranked. So I would just leave and go play ranked. But no, that's obviously something I want them to change. But you know, another thing, this might be the biggest one for me. I want more variety when it comes to like enemies and the bosses, because when going from Splatoon 1 and 2, I think the bosses that you faced were different. There might have been some repeats, I don't know, but I think they were different, but it felt very similar. It felt like the same thing over again. And then the final boss was the same. It was still DJ Octavio, whatever his face is.
Right.
So, I would really like if he's not the final boss in this one. I think in the trailer I think they showed him in like that robot thing at the end.
Yeah, you saw him a little bit.
Yeah, you saw him a little bit, so I know he's in the game. I just hope he's not the grand final. Make him a mini boss or something. Make him like the second to last boss, but make a new enemy.
It's Nintendo, and we're in the era of Nintendo of everything being the same.
Where they just recycle everything?
Yeah, so you're probably gonna see like if anything, it's gonna be like, oh, he's the final boss, but then there's another boss behind it. Like that's the best you can hope for. Like something controlling him.
They should make what's her face? Agent 3 from Octo Expansion. They should make that the final boss of the main story mode. But maybe make it a little more fair.
Okay.
I think that would be a great something like that, because that came out of left field. That Agent 3 fight. No one expected that.
Yes, it did.
So I would love something like that. Just something we don't expect. I want more surprises.
I would love more surprises also.
But yeah, I think just. And then I'd say the last thing that I want personally for the story mode, just one hope, is that more creative levels. And I hate to keep referencing it, but Octo Expansion had really great creative levels. Whereas in the normal story mode in both Splatoon 1 and 2, it felt very linear. It felt very get to the finish line type of thing. Just plow through enemies, reach the finish line, get that Zapfish, the level's over, move on. Whereas Octo Expansion had really creative stuff. Like the 8-ball levels, the guard the ball in the middle from the enemies levels, don't use more than 10 shots of ink levels, like all that stuff. Just have more of that. They've proven that they can be creative with Octo Expansion, so like I see no reason why they can't do it for Splatoon 3.
That's true. Yeah, no, like I mean, basically it wasn't extremely like stealth missions, but they had like doing some type of stealth, trying not to be seen, trying to hide in certain places. You had no gun. You had no shooter for the Octo Expansion. Yeah, I would love to see more of that stuff. Like even like what was it, Girl Power?
Yeah,
some of it was insane.
That was a painful level, but painful in a good way.
In a good way. It was in a great way. It's like, as I said, it's one of those things where it's like they can't go any lower than that. But I don't know, man. It's Nintendo, so. Yeah, I don't have my hopes super high.
We can't get our hopes up that much, I guess. Man, is there any hopes that you have that I didn't say already? Like
so I'm really hoping that like they up their game on like maybe trying to do like maybe little like different changes with the levels. Like say for instance, like how you brought up the 8-ball, you brought up like all those, but like how like they had like the gimmicks with like the specials. So like you had a whole level where you had to do like the with the what was it, inkjet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, more things like that. If whatever's the new one or wherever like you have to use a special all the way through. One of the biggest things that I'm hoping for the story is that they actually teach people how to play the game. Like maybe small little turf, like not turf war, but like Rainmaker matches that like you have to actually like pick up the Rainmaker and actually like figure out the best and the quickest route to how to get to the end.
That's a good idea.
I'm telling you. And then like you get like higher degrees of like difficulty if you fit not difficulty, but higher degrees of like I don't know what you call like rankings if you figure out like the best path to take the Rainmaker. So that we can finally teach people which way they should be taking the Rainmaker.
Bro, what if that just made me think of funny stuff. What if there's like because you said like they should make things that tell people how to play the game. What if they had like a clam blitz level where like they're like teaching you how to count? They're like, all right, 1 clam is 3, and then they're like, it's like throw in 3 clams. That's 9 points. It's like just like basic math. They need to do that because people do not know how to play that mode, bro. But no, in all seriousness, though, yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. What you just said, like, have levels that teach you how to play the real modes.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Have one where you need to ride the tower, and then maybe those sniper guys are shooting at you, and then you have to jump around it. But
try to stay alive.
Yeah, but make them have like really bad aim, so like it's actually not too hard. So something like that. Just that teaches you the basic objectives of ranked.
I think outside of that, like to be honest with you, the biggest thing for me is that it can't be anything below the Octo expansion, or like I feel like it has to come out the gate swinging. Like it needs to be something that like I look back and I'm like, wow, that was either A, like it was some type of difficult, or B, it was just enjoyable. Like I feel like if it's like, you know, has a great like presence on the actual game in itself. So like, you know how like the Octo expansion, obviously you got Octolings. Maybe there's something else like that, like where it opens up the game even more than before. I don't know. Like I wouldn't say that it would like impact like, you know, maybe multiplayer, but like maybe you get like more designs and like more. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying like you want a bigger incentive for people to play story mode?
Yeah, basically something like that. Yeah,
that's true, because you really don't need to do it in Splatoon 2. It's totally optional.
Not at all. You don't have to touch it, like at all.
Wait, was it you who said you never beat it?
No, I've never beat it. I still haven't beaten it. I've watched it, but I have not personally beat it on my save file.
Okay. And yeah, is there any other things you're hoping for, or?
Nope. I just hope that it's. I really genuinely I hope that they try new things. I don't think that I know it's a shooter, but like maybe they can just like, you know, try new aspects, like, you know, go more in depth with like maybe the stealth, like, you know, missions that they had, and like you can like cover behind walls. Maybe in the game there's a cover mechanic that like allows you to like hide better. And like using ink to like get to better like places. So I think that would be cool in my opinion.
I would like they should make like a platform, like a level solely based on platforming.
That'd be kind of cool.
Like no weapons, cool. You just gotta get from block to block or something. Well, I don't know. Really you need some kind of weapon because you need to paint. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think this was a great discussion. I think the main principle here is that I just want to see effort from them. I don't want story mode to be an afterthought this time. I want it to be a heavy core aspect of the game. But it looks like that's what it's going to be from the trailer. So
no, that's exactly what it's looked like it's going to be. So I'm in. I think that we're in for a surprise, and that's why they're kind of like not telling us everything.
Okay.
So
I certainly hope so. I hope we're in for a treat here.
Hey man, being more positive than everybody else.
You are. All right, guys. That is going to be it for this discussion. Thank you for listening. Let us know your hopes for story mode in Splatoon 3. Negus, thank you as always for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
No problem.
Yep. And again, guys, check out Negus' channel for the other part of the series this week. I will link it down below. And I will see you all next time. Take care.